All right, everybody, it is Friday, March 3rd. Welcome to today's real estate market update. We're going to dive into a lot of cool stuff today.
Let's get started.
First, let's look at our historical home values. We obviously were on the rise for quite some time, and it looks like at about September, October-ish, we started to see a decline in home values across all of the counties. However, with that being said, we are actually still in a seller's market. Let's take a look at some of our market health indicators. I first want to look at one that's the new listing count, the 12-month change. So looking at Madison County, we have had a 66.67 increase in inventory over the last 12 months. Okay, Bonneville County has had 15.15%. Bingham County has had 43.75% increase in new listings. The interesting one, though, is Bannock. Bannock is actually down 8.7% in new inventory, giving the impression that it's more of a stable market than I would have thought. So let's take a look really quick at our median list price change over the last 12 months. Madison, we've seen about a 26.65% decrease in our median list prices. Bonneville's gone down 13.79%. Bingham is down 13.95%. But look at this, Bannock. Bannock is actually up 9.87%. Okay, while everybody else is down, Bannock's, their median list price has actually gone up. Let's look at our days on market, 12-month change. Madison County, we are 463% higher days on market than we were at this time last year. Okay, Bonneville's 200%, Bingham only 53.88%, and Bannock only 15.27%. Okay, Bannock has actually become a very stable market. I wasn't expecting that, but I think out of all of the East Idaho markets, Pocatello, that area has really shown the most stability through kind of these uncertain times. I want to show you really quick the demand score. So the demand score is it's an index score, for all the different cities across the U.S. Let's start down here at Bannock this time. Bannock has a relatively high demand score of 43.85. When you look at Bingham, okay, their demand score is 25.6. Bonneville, their demand is pretty high, 30.61. But the interesting thing is looking at Madison County's demand score. Madison County only has a demand score right now of 8.6. Let's look at the last 24 months of what the median sold price has been doing in East Idaho. Okay, March 2021, our average sold price was $346, kind of an increasing trend. Up until about July of 2022, started to see the decline of our median sold price in East Idaho, which I thought it was actually going to be a little bit later in the year than that. I thought these statistics would be really interesting to take a look at. So I wanted to first show the chart of East Idaho home values. Okay, this goes all the way back to 2013. Okay, and you can see that they stayed, we had fairly decent increases year over year. It's not about till, about 2020 when things really started taking off. And you can see that the curves start to get quite a bit steeper. And then they started to decline again right about that July mark. I wanted to take a look at what people's savings accounts have been doing. People's savings accounts were pretty steady. Everybody was on average at about, 7.5% of their income is what they were saving, jumped to about 9. Okay, then you start getting all of this free money being handed out in the economy, and all of a sudden people's savings just went through the roof. And then obviously once they got that money, they started spending that money. You can almost see kind of when these stimulus handouts happened because there's a spike in people's savings rates. But then, as was predicted by a lot of people, when you start handing out free money and people just get in the habits of spending money, once that free money goes away, unfortunately, they kind of stick into these habits of spending money. So now you start to look at people's savings and look at how much it's gone down. We're at historic lows since, at least from 2013. People are losing their savings accounts left and right. With people having less money, that means that people are less likely to go out and spend money in the market. Is there a relationship or is there a correlation between the amount of money that people are saving in their savings account and the home values in East Idaho? I guess you can be the judge of that. People, it's again, right around this point where people started getting all this free money into their bank accounts that we started to see a surge in the market. But what's interesting is the surge continued to go until people reached about the lowest point of savings in their account. Those two data points hitting at the exact same time was worth noting. Thank you guys for tuning in to today's market report. Hopefully that gives you a good insight as to what the market is doing. And as always, you guys can go on to our website, 270.com, and if you click at the top, there's a button that says Market Statistics, and we do publish all of these statistics for you. Hope everybody has a fantastic weekend. We will see you next Friday.